Hi, this is Edward Cow.
And Keala Millis.
And this is The Ed Show. We're going to talk about Brave because I thought it was interesting. I thought it wasn't Pixar's best. It actually didn't really feel like a Pixar film.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreement number one.
I did think it was cute.
Agreed also.
I just feel that...
Number two.
Number two?
That's agreement number two.
I don't know. I've heard people say that it's too close to Brother Bear and stuff like that.
Also agree. I'd not even thought of that, but
Okay.
I also agree that it was very close to Brother Bear.
My mother liked
I was like, but
it.
it's Disney. I mean, when has Disney written anything original? I mean, they haven't written anything original.
But we love
Mickey
Disney.
Mouse.
We love
I love
Disney.
Disney. I'm just saying.
We're talking this one product.
I'm just saying. No, I'm not talking this one product. That's their MO. That's what they do.
We're talking about products.
They reimagine, though. They're Imagineers.
Reimagine.
That's what they're Imagineers. That's what they do. They reimagine. They take ideas, or they take like fairy tales or folklore, and they expand on them, and they try to create something that's entertaining. There's nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of stories like that don't work as well.
When I originally watched it, my mother said she liked the relationship between the mother and daughter there.
Of course a mother would say that.
She said it felt very real with her rebellious daughter. I thought it felt kind of too similar to the relationship in Tangled, but though less sinister. But
Sure.
what did you think of the mother-daughter relationship in this one?
It felt real. Like it felt modern.
Yes,
It felt really
very
modern. It
very
felt
modern.
like I could relate to it.
Yeah.
Like I could relate to it with my relationship with my
Your
mother and
daughter.
other people. Well, and I have a daughter, but with my mother and other people,
Okay.
and other people that I know who have mothers. You know, I mean, everybody has parents, and they all have similar. As you grow up, everybody kind of has a similar experience where you're trying to break free and identify yourself and create this personality outside of your family.
Yes.
The presentation of it, even though it takes place, centuries ago, is very modern. I think. The conceptual presentation is very modern.
I especially liked that this princess didn't really find her prince at the end. I like that. That it was a plot point, but she didn't. It was so.
Spoiler alert!
It wasn't even.
In case you haven't.
If you're watching
seen
this, you saw the movie,
right?
I'm assuming.
No, literally. If you haven't seen it, you just did.
You just did.
That was the whole movie.
No, because it's a plot point, but it's so not what Merida wants that she doesn't even think about it throughout most of the film.
Right.
But what was your main issue with the film?
And it might just be because I was trying to watch it in 3D on a home theater.
Oh no!
Which is not a problem. It's not a problem. I had trouble developing the sympathy that I needed for her. And it's weird to say that because I like the concept. Like I talk about, we need these female role models. She's out there. She's not trying to find a man, and she's not being crazy and rebellious and just being irresponsible. Like she's trying to find herself.
Yes.
And she's like, I don't need other people. Let me find myself. Let me figure out who I am. This is what I want to do, and it doesn't matter if the fact that what she wants to do might be masculine. Whatever. So I like that. But I think part of it was that it was such a departure from your regular Disney films. It was very...
Especially from a Pixar film.
It was huge. Yeah, from Pixar. It was hugely different. And I couldn't connect with her relationships. Like, I understood it. Like, intellectually, but emotionally, I had trouble connecting. Like, I emotionally connected to her.
Yes.
And then I emotionally connected to the mother. And I emotionally connected to the father. Like, I understood them all separately.
Yes.
But the correspondence between them, their connections, didn't feel it.
Yeah, it was like... was it like three personalities that didn't really mesh, I guess?
Yeah, kind of like that. It's kind of what it felt like. And for Pixar and Disney especially, their musicals, the job of the musical is to get you swept up early. That's the job of the musical. And I think that's probably what it was I was expecting to get kind of whisked away as early as possible. And then it didn't happen.
No, it didn't.
And I was like, when do you suck me in? Like, when do you hook me and I'm all along for the ride? And it just didn't happen.
See, I liked the character Merida.
Yeah.
I just think she deserved a better story, I guess.
Maybe.
Yeah,
that could be it.
I thought the story was weak. I thought it was predictable. And I hate saying that about Pixar because they have the best writing.
That actually, now that you mention it, I did feel that way. It was predictable. I was like, oh, well, this is how it's going to end. Like, oh, that's going to come back later.
Yeah.
Yes.
I felt like it is such a classic story, but the thing is, though, 50 years from now, I'm probably still going to watch it and probably like it. I mean, I like it now, but 50 years from now, I'll still like it. But the thing is, right now, I felt like it was kind of just... familiar territory.
Right.
Oh, of course. And since it's Pixar, I never do this whole, I had expectations. But this I did because Pixar always raises the bar. And I felt like this one was a few steps back, which is sad because I know that they wanted this to be about strong women. And it was, but they were serviced with a really weak story.
And I think that's the fault. You can't set out to write a story about a strong woman. You have to set out to write a story about conflict.
Yes.
I mean,
agree,
if you look
actually.
at, well, like Aristotle talks about this in Poetics. He says the order of importance in theater is plot, then character.
Oh.
Not character than plot. It's always, the story is always the most important thing. It's plot, character, what is it? Thought, diction, song, spectacle. So plot's always the most important
Spectacle.
thing. Right? Right, and that's a completely different topic.
Yes.
Altogether.
That's another episode.
About cinema and how cinema reverses poetics all the way around. But because theater's that way. But the most important thing in any storytelling is plot. And if you don't have a good plot, it doesn't matter how strong your characters are. Like that, I think that's why I didn't find them sympathetic. I found them somewhat realistic. Somewhat like I was like, I can understand what they're going through, but I was like, I don't really care as much as I feel like I should. I feel like I should care more, but I don't. And I think that's the why. It's like you're saying, like this reason is because the story is kind of you're like, what's happening? Who did what and what and why? There's a witch. What happened?
Or why is the story being told now? And this,
right? That's also that, and we have that unfortunate disadvantage of being in this time where a lot of things have undercurrent and secondary meanings and entendres, and I'm at fault of this too because I was reading a friend's play and I was like, what does this mean? What does it mean? And she was like, I just want to tell a story. And I was like, well, you can't. I'm sorry, you can't just tell a story. You can't just go, this happens and then this happens. It's boring. Like nobody cares that these people are doing these things. We have reality. We have reality television. We have, you know what I mean? We have the internet that you can watch people doing stuff all day long. Why would I pay $30, $40, $50, $60, $70, $100 to come to your show? To watch these people just talk about stuff that they know. You have to do something that's interesting. You have to do something that connects with me. Yeah. And unfortunately, it should have some kind of argument. There should be like the commentary.
No, because you have the conflict. You have to be engaging.
Right.
Right.
And the best way to engage people is to play on their emotions. It's the best way. So it is current, like we said, like Merida, they wanted to create this strong female character. But again, like if she doesn't have anything to do, she's just, in some respects, like it'd be really easy to go, she's just a bitch. Right? Like why doesn't she listen to her parents? She's just, she's just being this terrible teenager. They're just looking out for her interests. Why is she rebelling? There's no reason.
They never give it a real solid why.
Right. Oh, this is just another movie about teen angst.
See, I guess it was with Ariel, they straight up make you understand that, there's a part of this world that she wants.
One of my favorite songs ever written is Part of Your World. Yes. I love that song.
And it immediately tells you, oh, this is why she does what she does.
And it's Hans Christian Andersen.
Yes.
So there's good writing.
Yes.
But the fairy tale, the framework tells us, she's like, I'm a mermaid. I want to know what it's like to be human.
Yes.
Now, we don't understand what that feels like to want to be human. But we understand what it feels like to want to be something else.
Yes.
And her journey is about doing everything she can to learn what it's like to be human. And she gives up the thing that defines her, her voice. She gives up she sacrifices the thing that defines her to become human. Right?
I thought you said that.
Right? And then she becomes human and she can't speak. And now she's like, how do I communicate with this man, this human person that I think I have feelings about? She doesn't even know what those feelings are. But she's like, I'm drawn to this human.
Yes.
Right? I want to learn about it, and I can't even communicate. Yeah. Like, now how do I connect with this person? And that is a struggle that we identify with, right? I don't know how to communicate to this person. Like, I'm trying to connect with you. I have no idea.
Yes. I
have no idea. Bear. We were talking about Bear. Brave doesn't do that.
You just said Brother Bear, huh?
No, I said Bear. We're talking about the pop opera Bear.
Originally it was called, I think it was called The Bear and the Bow, or The Bow and the Bear, or something like that.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
That was my best friend years ago, the one who died years ago. That was his favorite movie. He loved Brother Bear.
Brother Bear. Oh.
But that in Brave that doesn't happen.
No. We don't know why.
We don't really know why. We just know she's like, oh, that's tradition. I don't want to do tradition. Well, we've seen that before. I mean, that's Aladdin.
Yes. Maybe
I don't want to marry her, so I don't want to marry a prince. I mean, that's Aladdin.
They needed. I guess they needed more solid stakes. There was nothing at stake.
Exactly. That's another important thing to talk about too, especially because like non-actors. Non-actors don't understand stakes. Like raising the stakes. Like, what is at stake? And they're like, oh, well, she's a teenager and she wants to be. No. That's not interesting.
Yeah, and that's not a good place to go for an acting choice.
Like, Little Mermaid's a great comparison, right? Like, she gives up the thing that defines her. Right? Like, are you willing to completely abandon who you are to find the thing that you think makes you happy? That didn't happen in Brave.
No.
She did go against the tradition. She ruins the
tapestry.
The tapestry?
Oh, yeah.
But here's the thing. You know that's going to happen. Why? Because they presented the tapestry in the first 5 minutes. just standard screenplay format.
Yeah.
Everything that happens in the first 5-10 minutes, 5 pages.
It's
of the
like,
screenplay,
this beat.
right?
That's where it's gonna happen.
Right, exactly. Like, here's the tapestry that's been in our family for generations. Please don't let anything happen to it. Somebody's gonna destroy that tapestry.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's just going to happen.
Sarah Bareilles wrote Brave.
I love me some Sarah Bareilles.
Is that her? That's how you say her last name?
What?
Bareilles?
Bareilles? I don't know, but I love me some Sarah Bareilles.
Okay, we'll edit that out.
Should edit out all of the
Keala's daughter's gonna watch this.
I don't care. By the time she understands what's happening, it'll be fine. But that's not the point. The point is that this should be like slightly PG rated, not.
That's
not even
true.
Fully PG rated.
That is true because
slightly PG rated.
My channel is actually technically for kids.
This should be G rated. Slightly PG rated. Whatever is allowed in a Pixar film, that's what we should talk about. Like, no, we should not talk about other things.
We're gonna kill someone's mother with a swordfish.
That is actually in a Pixar film. They haven't released it yet. It's in the works.
You're stupid.
It's the Little Mermaid 4.
Oh God. Little Mermaid 4.
Right, because there's 3 of them already.
Yeah, there's 3 of them. Yeah.
Wow, I just guessed.
There's 3. Oh, you haven't seen it?
I have not. Why would I? No, I would not. Why would I see the rest?
There's this internet meme going around.
I don't understand why they need more. Like, she's a human now. Like,
well,
she has a baby mermaid. No, she doesn't. She's a human now. She should have a baby human.
She's a baby mermaid.
She does not have a baby. Like, why? She should not have a baby mermaid. She should have a baby human.
It's
about her daughter, right?
Yeah, in part 2, it's about her human daughter.
Okay.
Who wants to be a mermaid. And there's this internet meme going around.
And she should be like, no, it's not. Everything is correct on TV. There's a reason.
But there's an internet meme going around saying, why did Ariel want to be a human? I grew up wanting to be a mermaid. And I responded saying, well, then you should watch the sequel.
So maybe Brave will have a sequel.
Ew.
It'll be braver.
I mean,
it'll be braver. It'll be braver. Like Die Harder. It'll be braver. And it'll be
Brave 2, braver.
And it'll be about her daughter.
Merida's daughter. And how about the twist is her daughter's not rebellious.
Right, exactly. She's completely conservative.
And Merida's like,
she's like, you're 17. You should be out having fun and getting things done. You're meeting boys and things.
I like how we were talking about 2 Disney gingers.
Wait, and speaking of which, aren't you working on Ginger Red?
I am, Ginger and Red.
Ginger and Red.
Yeah.
There you go, like let's little plug.
Oh God, you need to plug it in.
I just totally plugged it. Now you have to finish it.
Ginger and Red, Keala's helping me because we're by the Lego store.
No, but I'm not. I didn't bring it up because I wanted to talk about me. I was just bringing it up to plug the fact you're doing this other thing so that you can cross-link it because that's how you cross.
Ginger and Red. You better click this link, y'all.
Right, click this link, Ginger and Red.
My sister and her boyfriend are in it. They kind of play themselves.
Exactly, but they got to cross-promote so that it will boost your Google rating.
So thanks for joining us. I'm Edward. And
I'm Keala.
Keala. This is the Ed Show, and
nothing interesting happened.
Nothing. Oh, you'll see when I put the episode together. Oh gosh! Bye, everybody.